Hello again, this is Stuart Webb, breakthrough coach, author, founder and CEO of The Complete Approach, with another one of my one-take video blogs, All the Mistakes Stay In. I can't believe that I'm talking to you today about a subject which is so important, but I've not written a blog about it yet. Based on my experience, I can say quite confidently, you're not charging the right price for your products or service. Pricing is the quickest and easiest way to grow your business with significantly increased profits. Here's how most people go about pricing their product or services, and I'm sure you're no different. First, you look at what your competitors charge. Many people don't even do that simple step. And secondly, you decide where you want your customers to view you. Are you low priced, middle of the road, or high end? You then price your product or service based upon the results of the two scenarios. That's what's known as price positioning, and to a certain extent it does serve a purpose. But what it means is you base your own prices on where you see yourself positioned in the market in relation to your competitors' charges. You might be saying to yourself, well, that's fine, isn't it? Why shouldn't I be doing that? No, this is a huge and fundamental mistake. People rarely buy on price. Sure, there's a small percentage of people who buy the cheapest, but they're a minority. What people are buying is based on value. Price and value are two very different things. Let me explain. As a rule, people automatically value your product or service more if you charge higher, unless it's viewed as a commodity, that is. The opposite is also true. Let me break that down for you in a more simple example. You go to two different restaurants on two different nights. The first restaurant has a low price menu, and although you may think, great, a cheap meal, you'll start having some doubts about the quality of the food and the service, and that's even before you enter the restaurant. You keep those doubts hidden until you wait 10 minutes to be greeted. You pass this off as one of those things, but your doubts are starting to come to the fore. You're seated at your table. The table is still dirty from the previous diners. The waitress comes and takes down your order. She has to keep asking you to repeat what you wanted. You really are now worrying. Not surprisingly, your order comes and it's all wrong and so on. The point here is, as soon as you saw the menu, the doubt started purely because the price was low. If you had a good experience, then you'd be surprised and you'd definitely go back. The second point here is this: the restaurant should charge more if they serve you well and have a great and enjoyable experience. The value is greater. Let's go back to example. The second restaurant you go to is different, very different. The menu is very expensive. In fact, you've never been to a restaurant with prices so high. However, you automatically think it must be good if they charge these prices. And as long as you're treated exceptionally well and your food is excellent, you would never even quibble about the bill. The point is that as soon as you saw the prices, you perceived the restaurant to be very good, even before you entered. And if you have a bad experience, you'd never go back and pay those prices again. The point here is this: although the restaurant charged high prices, they demonstrated to you with their service and food why they charged those high prices. In other words, the value they provided at the very least matched your expectations. I've often told my clients, don't charge Emirates prices and give Ryanair service. It's a discordant message. When you go on a Ryanair flight, you know you paid rock bottom prices, and so you don't expect there to be any frills. You know there won't be any. And it's exactly the same with any price you charge. If you charge too low, your prospects will automatically think you can't be that good. On the other hand, if you charge high prices, you'd better make sure your clients receive excellent value from you, because that's what they'll expect. Ultimately, what I'm saying is that you cannot determine how much people are prepared to pay. You must let your clients or customers decide what the perfect price is. You could be lucky and get the price right, but the odds are stacked against you. What you're looking for is a price point that gives you the biggest profit, not revenue, over the lifetime of the relationship. We talked about that a few days ago. The only way you can come to that perfect price is by testing. In simple terms, this means having one price for the first 10 customers and another price for the next 10 and another price for the next 10, you can then calculate which price generates the greatest profit. If your business is predominantly an online business where the majority of people buy online, this is very easy to do. Not so easy offline, but still very doable. That doesn't mean the highest price automatically wins. What you may find is that more people buy at a low price, which means you can make more money because you get even more clients or customers. The ultimate principle on value and price, what I hope you've gained for this is that it's so far is that as long as you provide excellent value, people will flock to your business and pay you handsomely for the privilege. Often many people make the mistake of thinking that price is the main issue in their mind of the prospects or clients of customers. Remember, people forget the price long before they forget the quality. But what they're missing is that if everyone is viewed by the prospect as the same, i.e. the businesses don't take time or effort to differentiate from others and add considerable value, the only way they can choose is based upon price. But when you add so much value to your business, substantially more than your competitors, you leave the prospect with little choice, and often they'll pay you much more than anyone else. Why? Because you've added so much value. Also, when a client, customer or patient decides to leave you and turn to one of your competitors, often they'll say, your price fees were too high. But that's wrong. More often than not, what they're really saying is, your price, products or services are not worth what you charge, and I'm not getting value for money. There's a big difference. If you add so much value to what you offer, people are prepared to pay much for your products and service. I appreciate some won't. Some people are only after the best and cheapest deal they can find. But let me ask you this question. Are those the people, the sorts of clients or customers you want? Are they likely to stay with you for long? Hopefully you answered no to both questions. You'll be amazed at what you can charge if you start adding value by offering things like guarantees, bonuses, extra support and so on. Build extra value and you'll be surprised how high your perfect price climbs. If you need help, why don't you request our one-page guided tour, our one-page roadmap through the link below. I hope that's helped and I look forward to speaking to you again soon.